I know there's a war afoot and all that, but there's a problem here at the graveyard. The corpses are climbing out of their graves. I promise, this isn't my fault. I buried them all real good.
Do you know why this is happening?
No, I don't know nothing. I was just bringing Prince Adrian in here to lay him to rest in the royal crypt. But when these walking bones started popping up, I ran for it. I just left the prince's corpse laying out. But what was I supposed to do?
Where is the prince's corpse now?
It's up there a ways, outside the royal crypt. One of the prince's knights stayed there to protect him. She can be noble if she wants, but I'd rather be alive. I do feel bad, though. That's why I was thinking maybe if I could find someone to help her.
Yeah, I'll give you a hand.
If you could find a way to get all those corpses back in the ground while you're up there, I sure would appreciate that. I can't make a living if I can't get into the graveyard.
How did the prince die?
Died in a battle with the Reachmen, right there, with King Aemond. You have to feel for the queen. First she loses her daughter, then her husband, and her son. Prince Adrian deserves a proper burial. Just maybe after the graveyard's safe again.
Right, we'll have a look in a second. Let me just check. Now, I've been trying... my inventory is sort of very overloaded at the moment. I was getting all these Witch Festival writs. This is from the sort of Halloween a little while back. I haven't actually done the... well, I've done some now, but I decided to start doing them all, and I have to collect provisions to make stuff, because it's all like cooking stuff, and I'm having a nightmare. One of the biggest problems, you see I've got arcade berry. There's one called a jazz grape or something like that. Jazzberry? Maybe it's a jazzberry. And I had a problem getting that a long time ago. In fact, I had so much problem I couldn't actually find it. And eventually I asked on the chat and somebody actually gave me some, which was very nice of them. And I was able to complete whatever it was I was doing at the time. After I did that, since then, I've seen them everywhere. They're just literally everywhere. And I thought, typical, now you see them everywhere. And now since I've got the recipe that I need those berries for one of those writs, I can't find one anywhere. I've been through about 4 maps, and I've literally done 2 days looking for those flaming berries, and haven't been able to find them. I will find them eventually, but I just don't get it. And yet, when I don't need them, they're everywhere. So, there you go. Right, let's get on with it and get in here. I'm actually running this on the new Radeon card. I say new, it's a couple of months. I had to wait for it. Finally got it after having one that was dead on arrival. But it is working like a gem. Real nice. So at the moment this is bouncing between 90 and 100 basically, so which is nice when we get in the fight scenes. It sometimes dips to 85, but the thing is, where you'll find it the worst is when you go into the towns. I have seen it still drop there, but it doesn't drop like it used to. Right, we've got to get up here. We can avoid fighting too many.
The prince has risen. It's a miracle.
Oh, this can't be good.
What's going on here? I don't understand any of this. Last thing I remember, we were fighting the Reachmen outside Northglen. I saw my father fall. I tried to get to him, and then everything went black. Dame Valeri tells me that we died?
That is what I was told.
Then how am I having this conversation? I mean, I feel different. I don't even think my heart's beating, but do you think, am I undead?
It's possible other corpses have risen.
But then why am I not ambling about mindlessly trying to kill the living? Isn't that what the undead do? Dame Valeri says the gods have resurrected me, but why? Because of my bloodline? I'm sorry, this is just too much.
Is there some way I can help?
I don't know. If the dead here are rising and this is the royal crypt, have any of my ancestors risen? Maybe they can give us some answers. Would you consider venturing into the royal crypt to find out?
Yeah, I can do that.
I know it's unlikely, but I'm hoping that if I'm alive, maybe my father is too. Maybe Dame Valyria is right. Maybe the gods are giving us a second chance.
Is your father going to be entombed here?
No. It's tradition for the kings of Evermore to be entombed at Bankerai Garrison, so they can protect our borders for all eternity. Dame Valyria says my father lies in state there even now. Unless he's been resurrected, of course.
Alright, well, into the crypt. This coffin appears to have held remains, but they are no longer here. Ooh. This coffin is also the same. And this coffin, this one's bare, probably for the prince. And this one,
this tomb
examine
was
the-
built to hold royal remains, but none remain within.
who said that?
The remains of the royal family have vacated this place. They return to the land of living to follow the anointed and to avenge their bloodline. Prince Adrian is the anointed. He too has been blessed to rise again.
Where did the blessing come from?
Archay himself, of course. His church sits nearby. These grounds are consecrated in his name. This was foreseen. Death denied the prince from defeating Evermore's enemies, but the anointed shall now command an army of the dead.
Are you certain that's truly Archay's will?
A mortal cannot hope to understand the will of the divine. You must simply tell him to trust the power with which he is imbued. His destiny will unfold as he trusts his instincts.
I'll tell him what you said. But I don't believe a word of it. Something sinister is at hand.
Whatever was in the royal crypt, at least it doesn't appear to have been lethal. Tell me though, did you learn anything? Any explanation for my unexpected return to life?
A voice said it was a blessing from Archay and that the undead were yours to command.
Then the gods do want something of me. I guess it's a second chance. A chance to redeem my father, myself. To get revenge. It truly is a miracle then. I could lead the undead here to defeat the Reachmen.
The Reachmen alone are no longer a threat. The Imperials are the greatest danger now.
The Reachmen have been dealt with? This is tremendous news. I'm not surprised to hear about the Imperials. They were attacking southern Bankerai before, and I knew they wouldn't stop there. Perhaps now my undead army can drive them back.
Will they respond to your command?
I don't know for certain, but when you said it, something about it just feels right. Did this voice in the crypt say anything else?
It said you should trust your instincts to guide you.
That seals the deal then. We should make preparations. I'm feeling stronger by the minute. Dame Valyria is just over there trying to figure out where the undead are coming from. Tell her what you told me.
I'll go speak to her.
There you are. I was beginning to worry. It seems that more and more of the dead are rising every minute. Did you learn anything in the crypt?
A voice told me the prince was blessed by Archay.
Really? Maybe he's right, talking about an undead army. But if this is his army, why are they hostile? We might have to earn their allegiance. Have you seen these blue flames in the ruins? I think they're somehow inciting the undead to violence.
You think we should extinguish them?
I do. I tried holy water on one and it seemed to do the trick. If you'll take it and extinguish a few more flames, that may help pacify the undead. After that, let's meet at the monument south by the rocks. I saw someone skulking around over there.
Alright, I'll do it. So, where are they? Extinguish blue flames. I think she said. So let's extinguish blue flames. And let's check chests, which happen to be lying around. And I'm going to take the gold, and normally I would empty them, but I'm so desperately low on space, I daren't take stuff. Somebody will pick it up and take it all. The gold actually that I took won't make any difference to my inventory space. So. Ooh, we might end up in a fight with this one. Unless... Oh no, they're everywhere around here. Scoot round the back. If I can get to this one in time. Yeah. They still want to fight me, even though it's supposed to be pacified. Didn't work. Where's she gone? Oopsie, oopsie, oopsie. I've got ghosts there. I've got skeletons here. I can sneak through here maybe. This isn't the way to go though, so I'll sneak back.
It's a priest of Arche, but something's wrong with him. He's just completely ignoring me. I'm not sure how I might have offended him, but if the blessing on Prince Adrian comes from Arche, the priest should be able to help us.
Maybe he's just deep in prayer. Maybe he's dead.
I think he's had ample time to pray at this point. With all due respect to him and to the gods, we need answers here. Will you at least see if he'll talk to you?
Yes, I will get his attention. You dead?
O divine Lord, protector of the eternal balance between life and death, I beseech you, remove this dark curse from your sacred grounds.
Excuse-moi. I would like to speak with you.
Shh! Or do you revel in the defilement of sacred law? These burial grounds are cursed, and I am pleading with Arche to reveal the source of the corruption. Unless you know the source, please, let me be.
A voice in the royal crypt said this was a blessing from Arche himself.
It did? That would be quite a surprise, considering Arche is opposed to undeath in all its forms. Do you think the god simply changed his mind? Why would he possibly do that?
On behalf of Prince Adrian, who has also risen.
The prince has risen as well? This scenario grows more foul by the hour. What befell King Aemond and his son was tragic, but I cannot imagine it so offends Arche that he would break the natural order.
What do you suggest then?
I don't know. I should see Prince Adrian. That's the only way to ascertain if he's truly touched by the god. In the meantime, it might help me to commune with Arche if we stopped the dark spirits from defiling the other monuments.
Shouldn't take you... Should I take you to the prince first?
No. Your impatient friend here can escort me to the prince. I need your help with the spirits defiling the monuments. Destroy the defilers, and then I will have the clarity I need. After that, meet me at the church, and we can discuss the prince.
Okie dokie. So, you want me to kill the undead army, or... I mean, you know. I'm going somewhere. fire them. Get flattened. He does a surprising amount of damage for what he is. Get to this one here. Hold on, hold on. Yes, I did see the chest there. Not that I'll be able to take anything from it, but apart from the gold. But somebody can get free stuff. Right, let me go this way. Whoa.
Why do you fear me, priest? Is it because I can control what you cannot?
Your Highness, I'm sure he means no offense. Please, calm yourself.
As long as he treats me with the respect I deserve, we won't have a problem.
Oh, I can see where this is going.
I'm out of my depth here. If it comes to blows, I can't raise my sword against Prince Adrian, but I can't stand by and watch him strike down an unarmed priest either. This is starting to look like not such a miracle after all.
What happened to start this?
Well, the good news is the undead didn't attack us. They actually bowed to Prince Adrian. Father Quiston's not exactly impressed with that fact, though. He thinks it's a very bad sign, and he told the prince as much.
So he thinks the prince has been corrupted.
Well, we tested that out, and dripped some holy water on Prince Adrian's hand. It burned. That pretty much says it all. But Father Quiston believes there's still a chance we can remove the corruption.
What do we have to do?
We saw skeletons digging up corpses and piling them up in the mausoleums as death shrines. Father Quiston believes that cleansing the mausoleums with holy water might have some effect. I'd hate to leave the prince, though. Will you go?
Yes, of course I will. So we go all the way back. Past all the dead things again. Just check where we are. So we got one right to our left. Right here. Ah, he's leading them away, cool.
Why do you work against? The priest fears the unknown. That is why he refuses to acknowledge the gift the prince has been given. But why do you submit to this priest's direction? Are you a coward? Or do you just prefer not to think for yourself?
If this is a blessing from RK, shouldn't the priest of RK recognize it?
The priest is blinded by his preconceptions of power. This is a blessing for all of Bankorai. What matter is it whether it comes from RK or some other source? The prince can sense the truth. He will give himself over to it soon enough.
Not if we remove the source of corruption.
You regard power and opportunity as corruption? Such has always been the perspective of small minds. I thought you understood, but it is clearly beyond your comprehension. Very well. You've chosen your destiny.
One down. Maybe not one down. Oh yeah, one down. Next. Right, one more. Map. Oh, it's right over there. Okay. Can I jump this? Nope. Okay, corruption dealt with. We think. There's so many. I'm not being followed, okay.
I tried to stop him, but it was all I could do just to keep him from killing Father Quiston. Damn it all. What are we going to do now?
What happened?
The prince went into a rage. He started shouting at Father Quiston, saying this was his church, and he was relieving Quiston of his duties. Then he just ran inside. We have to get in there and talk him down.
And how do we get in?
The doors won't open. I don't know if he barred them or what. Maybe the priest knows another way in.
Okay then, I'll speak to him. Yeah, bang on the door. That's how you do it.
Damn it! I knew this would happen. If it had been anyone else, I would have put him to rest right away. What are you doing standing there? We have to get inside!
Is there another way?
No. This is the only door, and the beast has locked it from the inside. There's a spare key buried under the tree in the back. You have Arkay's blessing to go and claim it. Just do it fast.
A tree in the back. Bad things round that way. More bad things round that way. Be this big ass tree here probably. More bad things. Can you get it? No, I don't think I got it. There's a shard as well. Got it. Right, where's that shard? Give me shard. 1 of 3. How the heck with it? Let's just fight him. Got it. Ooh, look at that big nasty thing over there. Looks like a fight's about to ensue.
And the thorn in my side returns. Your prince has accepted the gift I offered. He is a visionary. He sees beyond convention. But what about you? Do you still question the value of my blessing?
And what have you done to the prince?
He suffered enough in life. In death, I am giving him the glory he deserves. I told him, by giving in to my guidance, together we could purge this land of all our enemies. He was willing to make this sacrifice. You should honor his decision.
You deceived him. He thought you were a god.
I may not be a god, but with the strength of the prince's soul, my powers are considerable. Come, see for yourself.
Ooh, books. Hold on, I'll be with you in a minute. Okay. There's only one bookshelf. So, I thought you were going to show me these considerable powers. Oh no, there's another bookshelf here. I wouldn't class that as considerable. And I'm still looking for Jazzbay grapes.
The prince has accepted the truth. The force that has brought him back from death is thoroughly evil. Say your farewells, and I will consecrate him. That will put his body and his soul to rest.
That certainly wasn't my finest hour. But I thought it was RK. I thought he was giving me a second chance. There's nothing more foul than this creature's deception. It must have hailed from the depths of oblivion itself.
Do you know what it was after?
Death. Death and destruction. It would have given me vengeance against my enemies, but it wouldn't have stopped there. It will never stop unless we stop it. Even now I can sense the darkness inside, gaining strength again. Please, kill me.
Are you sure?
Yes. The life force inside me is evil through and through. Thank you for saving me, friend. I wish I could have known you when I was alive. But this will have to suffice. I am ready to die. Ready as I can be, I suppose.
Well, goodbye.
If you have said your goodbyes, Prince Hadrian, it is time.
Wait. Are you sure there's no other way?
It's all right, Valeri. I accept it. And you must too. You served me in life and saved me in death. I can be at peace now. This chill. I remember it. Goodbye, Valeri.
It is done. His body and soul are at rest.
It's done then. He can now rest again. For good this time. I suppose I should be relieved, but somehow I feel like I've let him down.
You realize this wasn't your fault.
I did everything in my power to protect him. If I could have taken the death blow on the battlefield, I would have done it without hesitation. He should have been king.
What will you do now?
I'll return to Evermore to serve the crown. I am still a knight. It's my duty. First, though, I will do what I came here to do. I will lay the prince to rest.
Oh, look, another staff. Let's have a quick look up here. Sometimes there's things. Sometimes there isn't. There's a seat. We can have a seat. Just chill out for a bit. And is there anything on the other side? Anything at all? Nope. Still full of undead though. You would have thought they would have all sort of flopped on the floor or something. Uh-oh. Not quite sure what they were doing. They decided that if they sort of faced that way, I might not see him anymore. Right, let me have a look. Have I discovered that yet? Yes. Search the Septon halls. Okay. Right, well, I'm going to continue on and try and find these Jazbay grapes, because I really need to get this inventory sorted out, which means getting rid of all of those. Because once I get rid of all of those, I can get rid of all the ingredients I'm carrying as well. Where are they? Yeah, once I get rid of all these, and I can get rid of all this cooking stuff I'm carrying. See, I've got that type of grape as well, but it's just those Jazbay ones. Oh well, I'll keep searching.